She who would be king. Protect the people! I fear you not. Fear? That's dark magic. You don't have to be afraid anymore. She who would be king.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of She Who Would Be King. This story is called Annakah and the Olympics. Annakah and Sasha were laying back on their cushy chairs on top of the castle. They liked to go up and lay in the sun when it was such a beautiful day.
I feel good.
The birds were singing and flying. They could hear the distant shore, and they were just relaxing and enjoying the day. Annakah looked up into the sky and saw an eagle. Now, they didn't see that many eagles here at the castle. Did a large circle around the top of the castle, then dove down closer and closer. Sasha said,
Look!
The eagle swooped right over her and dropped something onto her lap. What's this? Sasha said,
Open it, open it.
It was a scroll with a red ribbon wrapped around it. Annakah opened it up and read,
Annakah of Bananakah, you are cordially invited to our Olympic Games in Athens, Greece. Please join us. We have heard of your athletic prowess and invite you to become one of the selected few.
Annakah said, Oh, what an honor. Sasha said,
Are you gonna go?
Annakah said, Go talk to Wizard. They ran down the stairs to Wizard's laboratory. Now, Wizard was always doing something. This time, he had some kind of a jar in his hand that steam was coming out of that was a purple color, and there was some kind of a tentacled thing on the floor by his feet.
What's that thing?
That looked very silly. It was flopping this way and that.
Hi, Wizard!
Said Sasha. Annakah said, Wizard, I have to ask you a question.
Annakah, when did you get here?
Wizard said. Annakah said, I just got here. I have a question for you. Is it okay if I go to the Olympics in Athens?
My goodness, what an honor. Of course you have to go.
Wizard said, smelling the weird steam that was coming out of his jar.
Smells, like cinnamon.
Okay, so I get to go?
Yes, Sasha, you'll have to stay here. That's a big trip. Take some guards with you and take the biggest ship.
The wizard went back to smelling his weird jar. The next morning, Annakah got up, gave Sasha a hug, and headed out to the ship. She brought her strongest guards with her, and the ship sailed until they reached Athens. When she got off the ship onto the dock, there was a man waiting in a purple robe.
Hello, may I help you?
I'm Annakah of Bananakah. I'm here for the Olympics. Annakah looked up, and at the top of a big hill was a beautiful white building with giant columns that sparkled in the sunlight.
Go up to the Parthenon, the building you see there. All the contestants are gathering for the Olympics. Welcome to Athens.
Thank you, said Annakah. She headed to the top of the big hill, and there was the temple called the Parthenon.
And good day to you.
There all the Olympic people gathered. There were people wrestling and jumping, throwing things and leaping about. Annakah said, this has got to be the right place. There was a man standing in a golden robe next to a woman in a white, beautiful gown covered with flowers. Annakah walked up and said, hello, I'm here for the Olympics.
What's your name?
I am Annakah of Bananakah.
I have you here. What event are you going to participate in?
I want to be in the marathon.
Oh, well, here, let me put your name down here.
The man scribbled into a book and then shut the book with a snap.
You're all set. The marathon will begin in a few minutes. Now, the way the marathon works is we will tell you where your destination is, and you can take whatever route you like, or you can just take the main route. But up ahead, you will see the people are already gathering for the run. Good luck to you.
The woman nodded her head and said,
Good luck. I hope you win.
thank you, said Annakah. Annakah went down to the line, and there were men and women of all shapes and sizes. They were stretching and twisting their waists and getting ready to run. Right then, a woman climbed up on top of a platform, and she said,
Contestants in the marathon, are you ready? On my blowing of this horn, you all take off, and the first one to complete the race will be the winner. Ready? Set.
She blew the horn, and Annakah took off. Everyone was running together at first, and Annakah and a few other runners started to pull ahead. Annakah ran down a hill, jumped some boulders, and there were lots of different ways you could go. Annakah went off to the left. She went as fast as she could, and then she saw, wait a minute, there's a ravine. If I cut through there, it'll be a shortcut. Annakah ran down into the ravine, and before she got very far, she saw something up ahead. Kind of dark down in the ravine. There was a weird creature there blocking the way. Annakah skidded to a stop.
I've never seen anything like it. I don't want to bother you.
Annakah said, I have to get around you? Excuse me. The creature turned around. It had a lion's body, the head of a woman, and the tail of a serpent. It was kind of scary, but nothing really scares Annakah. She'd seen quite a few scary things.
I fear you not.
The creature said,
Hello, I am the Sphinx. If you answer my 3 riddles, I will let you by.
Okay, said Annakah, but I need to hurry. Go ahead. If you want to get by a sphinx, you have to answer its riddles correctly, or the sphinx will try to eat you. But we know that Annakah is very smart, and she doesn't have to worry. The sphinx said,
My first riddle is this. I am under your feet. I am up in the sky. Sometimes I'm there, and sometimes I'm not. I have to happen if you want to have crops. What am I?
Annakah thought, under my feet, up in the sky, and crops. She stepped backwards and splashed into a puddle. Oh, I know, under your feet, up in the sky, rain comes from the sky, and then it's under your feet in puddles. And in order to grow food, we need the rain. I say, it's rain. The Sphinx went, The Sphinx is never happy when people get its riddles. Because for one thing, a Sphinx thinks it's very smart, and no one's smarter than a Sphinx. But besides that, Sphinx get very hungry sometimes. And, if you get all the riddles right, then the Sphinx has to let you by.
Very good,
said the Sphinx, somewhat perturbed that Annakah got the question right.
but I have another riddle. I make night seem like day. My voice crackles and pops. I make your dinner better, and I keep you warm and dry. What am I?
Annakah thought, makes night seem like day, with a voice that crackles and pops, makes my dinner better, keeps me warm and dry. I know, it's a fire, like a campfire. The Sphinx was very annoyed. Now Annakah had gotten 2 of her riddles, only 1 left, and she was getting very hungry.
Aha! This riddle you will never get. I bring light to the darkness. I ride in the sky. I'm round like a coin. In the daylight, I do hide.
The Sphinx snickered to herself.
Should never get this one.
Annakah thought, I gotta get going. I'm getting behind in my race. Let's see. Bring light to the darkness and ride in the sky. Round like a coin. In the daylight, I do. I know. Is it the moon? The Sphinx went, ah! She knew she had to keep to her promise to let Annakah by, but she really was hungry. But still, she's
Fine, just so.
Annakah ran by the Sphinx. She ran and ran out of the ravine and back out into the sunshine. It was a beautiful green pasture with little wildflowers. The Sphinx stamped its feet and walked away again, hoping for another person that she could ask riddles. Annakah ran and ran, and she was so used to running around the castle and leaping over things and playing with Sasha, so she was in very good shape, and she could easily run and run and run and run, and it was such a pretty place to run, too. In order to get to the other part of the race, she ran down a hill, then up another, and then she pulled to a stop. Someone must have gone ahead of her because the footbridge across the deep crevice in front of her had been cut.
Excuse me. Annoying as a hippo, snorting in your ears.
Annakah looked over the edge
Be careful.
and saw the cliffs that went down below to the ocean. There was no way across it in either direction that Annakah could see. The bridge hung on the other side by 1 rope. Someone was cheating. Annakah just got so mad. She hated when people cheat. It's not fair, she thought. I'm not going to lose because somebody's a cheater. I'm going to use this energy to get over to that other side. She ran back and ran as fast as she could and landed on the other side, jumped so hard that she went into a somersault and flipped over and over and then popped up on her feet and started running again. She laughed. You can't stop Annakah of Bananakah, she said. And she ran and ran. Now over on this side, it was very rocky, so Annakah leaped from one rock to another, to another, to another. If she was going to win this race, she had to make up for the time that she lost talking to the Sphinx and trying to get over that cavernous crevice that she just jumped over. Now Annakah ran and ran until she came to a forest ahead of her, and there were 3 ways she could go, 3 different paths through the forest. She looked to the one to the right, the left. She wasn't sure which way to go. Just then, out of the middle path came a fox, a beautiful red fox with long fur and a bushy tail. The fox walked right up to Annakah. The fox could talk.
Hello, can I help you? Do you need my help?
Annakah didn't realize it. The fox liked to trick people and thought it was the funniest thing when it get the person to do something that was the wrong thing. And the fox said,
Perhaps some directions through the forest.
Annakah thought, that is very strange. I've never seen a fox that could talk. I don't really think that's a fox. I better be careful. Yes, I'm trying to get to the end of the marathon, but I don't know which path is the one that is the right path.
Well, if I were you, I would not take the middle path. The path on the left will get you through the forest, but it is a long winding route. The path on the right is the path for you.
Annakah realized that the fox had the eyes of a person. she walked back a few steps. Well, let me think. Well, he said not to take the middle path. That's got to be the right one. Annakah turned around and ran as fast as she could at the fox. The fox covered its head with its paws, and Annakah leaped and ran straight down the middle path.
No, not that way. Sometimes they are just too smart for me.
Annakah ran and ran down the path. She was right. She came out on the other side and she could see the end of the race. There was 2 other people coming out of different paths from the right and the left. She ran as fast as she could, and she was neck and neck with another girl, running as hard as they could. Just then, Annakah saw a rock and jumped over it. The girl saw it too, and she leaped, and they were running neck and neck. The girl started to get tired, and Annakah started to pull ahead, and she ran through the river, and she won. And the girl came in second, right behind her. Annakah gave her a big hug and said, "That was really hard, wasn't it?" The girl said,
You barely beat me. Very close.
Annakah said, "I know." And they came and put a crown of leaves onto Annakah's head and lifted her up. Annakah was carried through the streets of Athens. They had a festival. Everyone danced and drank and had a wonderful time. And Annakah said, "What a story I'm going to have for Sasha." Annakah won the Olympic marathon. The end. Thanks for listening to She Who Would Be King. I'm Michael Casey. If you like this podcast and you want to see it continue, please share it on social media, Twitter, Facebook. And the next one will be coming out very shortly. As always, we hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.